Previously on Tech Makeover.
Are we going to be like shutting down for a week, 2 weeks at a time while you implement this stuff? Or are we going to be able to move right ahead and not skip a beat? I will never be able to get my company on board if you disrupt them from what they're doing.
I could not allow my fear of losing them, my fear of potentially failing, to stop me from going down this path.
Now, with the support of nationally renowned advisor Patricia Hendricks and under the guidance of Joe Woodard, founder of Woodard Institute, the latest and greatest technology will be installed at Marine Specialties.
It's scary, for sure.
Is this going to disrupt my entire company?
Definitely feeling a little nervous.
It's time for a Tech Makeover.
Well, Tom, I anticipate there is going to be some disruption because anytime we introduce new technology, it's going to be a little disruptive. I don't foresee you being shut down for any amount of time. We'll just try to roll it out as smoothly as possible so that it doesn't interfere with your business.
I just need to be assured that you've got my back and you're going to do all that you can possibly do to get us to the future.
I definitely will have your back, Tom. I promise.
Awesome.
You've got me.
Thank you.
Marine Specialties is a complex operation. Patricia has her work cut out for her. They build docks and hoist systems and service them all over the massive lake region of Lake Lanier, Georgia. Let's see how Patricia tackles this task.
Okay, so with your leave, I think we've got a plan. I'm going to go ahead and start doing my research and pick out the right tech stack for you and go ahead and get to work.
Great.
Okay. All right, Trish, I know I am on board with you, but I have a member of my staff, Carrie. She's been with me for almost 22 years now. She does not like change at all. I need to really know that you're going to work with her to make sure that she buys in and that she understands this process. So I need you to spend as much time as you can to teach her, to get her on board.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I've worked with Carrie over the years and presented her with new ways, new processes of doing things that would be more effective for her and help her in her job. But every time I gave her something new, it was nothing but a resistance wall.
I think she forgets that she's talking to somebody that isn't or wasn't around all these different programs. I am comfortable with the old way. It took me quite a while to get that way, but I'm very comfortable with it.
You have to take it slow and definitely explain it clearly and show her how it's going to make her job easier, and then she'll come along with me. I feel confident.
It takes a while because when you think about it, even 10 years ago, it was, I don't want to do this.
If we're able to save Carrie 3 hours of paperwork every time a truck comes in, and we're getting 4 to 5 trucks a month, that's a significant amount of time savings. I really had to prove to her that it was going to help her. Got to have everybody on board here because
Yes.
if we have one resistant person, one saboteur, right, then the whole thing could just collapse. We've got to think about that going into this. You know, a lot of times in projects like this, you got to identify who that person is,
Right.
that's going to be your resistance, and try to bring them on board with you, you know,
Right.
to kind of go through it with you.
Grow together.
Old dog doesn't want to learn new tricks, right? That's Carrie all the way. And we joke about it even, 22 years later still.
Can I go spend some time with her, maybe have 10 or 15 minutes of her time or whatever it takes so I can really understand where her pain points are and where I might be able to help streamline?
Sure, but from this point on, we burn the boats. There's no going back. There's only going forward. No way off the island.
Patricia must not just place the new technology in the company. Patricia must lead the company, all of them and each of them, in the case of Carrie, to adopt this new technology. For that, she's going to have to connect the technology she's implementing to the specific ways it's valuable for Carrie.
Carrie was my first original, taking taxes out, kind of an employee. And Her job when she started was strictly to answer telephones. Don't answer any questions, just take a message.
After a while, I said, I can do this. I can sell boat lifts. We did not have a forklift. We did not have a computer system set up.
When I came in, that was the first thing I started doing was, just doing checklists, just making different forms like that to try and get us organized. And Carrie hated me. She's like, if you give me another one of these forms, I'm quitting, I'm done. Carrie was not happy when I came in with a computer.
I'm older, so I did not take as well to all of the computers and the different...
Okay, you're getting email. Everybody's really using email. It'd be easier. You can contact your customers, have conversations with them. I'm not having email. I don't even know how to type. I'm like, well, you're going to learn how to type.
She had to set me up with Mavis Beacon typing lessons.
So once she got into it, oh, I love this. This is great. This is great. Okay.
I've had to teach myself a lot of stuff.
She now has evolved to be the #1 salesperson in the country selling boat lifts. So she sells hydro hoist boat lifts primarily in #1.
So Patricia is now working with the top salesperson in the country for the product that she sells, a key employee.
Yeah, I don't know what Tom and Michelle would do without her. She knows every aspect of the boat lifts in and out.
It's not that Carrie can't get it and get it fast. Carrie's brilliant. She knows her job. It's that Carrie doesn't want her time spent on anything that's not going to be valuable to her and to the rest of the company.
I have contractors who call and want something that all of a sudden I'm not prepared for, and I need to always be prepared because they'll email me or contact me via phone and say, hey, I need a 44. I need it with a DC control. I'm like, okay, when do you want to come pick it up? I want that to be my response, not, oh, let me order it, let me get it here for you. I want them to have access to it just as fast as I can get access to it. The customer may call up and say, hey, I want to add this to it. And I need to be able to put my hands on that and say, yes, I have that. Right now, I have to physically get up, come out here, double check I have it, and then go back in there and then place the sales order for it. I get a truckload about every other week of inventory during the busy season. And so I want to make sure I have everything that I need. If I don't, that job doesn't happen properly. And I don't have time to send a crew back out to go do that.
When you have a contract with a client, do you guys have some sort of a signed document? What do you do? Do you take a picture of that or scan it in? Or?
I do have to have a signed contract. I have a deposit that assures me that yes, they want this lift, this unit. The crews go out with an invoice so that they can collect a check right there at that time on the job.
What would you think if we were able to automate that signature piece where we had a document you filled out with whatever it was you were selling them, and it electronically went to them in their email. They clicked a button to do the electronic signature, and then it came back and filed itself right into that job's information.
Oh, that would work wonderful.
That would save you 3 or 4 steps, it sounds like.
Yeah, that would work wonderful because right now they go in a holding place until I know I've got the signed contract, I know I've got the deposit from them. Then I run it and it goes into another area.
We had to be able to train her in a way that she could understand, in a language that she can understand.
She's going into her busiest year this year. She will blow everybody out of the water.
Carrie is just running so many crews simultaneously, so much happening all the time. I have to be able to get in short spurts with her, teach her, and move on to the next thing.
You gotta remember, Trish, I'm a salesperson. I also order inventory. I receive inventory. I build units to take the inventory out of the system.
So if you slow her down, it will greatly affect her. So you definitely have to speed up the process with her to get her on board.
Many of our resources, like Tech Makeover, are free. Go out to Woodard.com and enjoy them today. You can watch episodes of Season 1 of Tech Makeover on demand. There's the Scaling New Heights podcast based on our annual Scaling New Heights conference, and the QB Talks webinar series conducted in cooperation with our friends at Insightful Accountant, provides technical education on QuickBooks and QuickBooks Online each and every month. So go to Woodard.com and let your journey toward empowerment and the transformation of your clients begin.